Okay, people. So now it's August 17, 2018. I'm up in the plum tree getting some plums for my landlady. And she's running around the yard having fun. So, hold on.
Really soft.
Yeah, I think up higher in the tree they'd be very soft, wouldn't they?
Yeah, up there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, why don't you let me move these sticks first? Hold on. So here's a different perspective. I'm on the roof. Hey?
With Andre, yeah.
With Andre.
Hey, if you feel this.
Yeah, that one fell off the tree. What we want are the soft ones. Right, like this one here is kind of soft. It's already almost there, not quite. We're not going to pick them all. We're only picking some.
Oh,
okay. So, on to the second batch, blackberries, right? We've got that dehydrating there, the berries with the seeds. This is with a little bit of the pulp after I ran it through a food mill. I'm going to try and make syrup again. And now we're doing juice, and I'm only doing 4 more jars, so hopefully there's enough liquid there to fill up 4 jars of juice. So, hold on. Okay, so in that pot was only enough for 3. So what I did is I took some of the other one, which you can see the color is different, because this has more pulp in it. Well, maybe you can't see it right now, but see how this is darker and richer? Do you see how that one's lighter? Anyway, I'm going to heat that up, and then I'm going to put it in this sterilized jar. Hold on. So, you know, people, like, just because I look like I'm functioning, how can she be depressed when she's doing all this stuff, right? Trust me, people, it's not easy. It's not easy doing this stuff when you're really depressed and you just don't want to do anything. And that's the thing about abuse. That's what, like, domestic violence and that type of thing. Women who are abused in abusive relationships, they are forced to work with depression, right? You know, like, if they don't, they get either psychologically beat up or they get physically beat up, right? One or the other. There's different forms of abuse, right? Everything doesn't have to be, you know, with the hand, right? So, I just want to just say that, you know, oftentimes I just force myself to do this because it's available to me, right? You know, I'm a hunter and a gatherer. I'm teaching my grandson how to be farmer, right? To be a farmer, right? And to take a hands-on approach with all types of vegetables, all types of fruits. You know, now I'm introducing him into trees and just because, right? And, you know, but I do it under a cloak of abuse, really, right? Just as I begin to think that I get my life back, like in the case of, you know, when we got back Andre and, you know, we were just after a year of him being home, we were just starting to settle in and, you know, things were starting to feel like it was getting back to normal, and Uncle John goes missing. Right? And the whole house is depressed. Right? Not just me, but the whole house, right? And then 3 years later, just as you maybe getting your life back a little bit, right? Where you're starting to feel, you know, like you have a future, or you can move forward with your future. Not saying that everything is over, because obviously it's not over with Uncle John yet, right? Right? You know, then what happens? You know, Shimei dies, right? And there's a lot of denial going around with her death, right? And just a lot of odd things, like being on machines for 8 days with the possibility of, right? To the point where you feel that you're being pushed into a corner where you have to reach out to the premier of this province in order to get some justice, right? And not be depressed about it while you do it. Because if you allow the depression to completely take you over, I'm looking for my lids. You know, that's how they win. Right? Anyway, I just wanted to say that, right? It's not easy staying focused on this stuff. And I do this too, you know, for like food security, right? Long-term food security. If something happened to me, I've said it before, people, and all of a sudden, poof, I was gone. and nothing moved except me. Poof, I was gone. Because that's how it felt with Schmate. Poof, she was gone and everything else just didn't move. Right? You know, it's weird. It's weird to have somebody die in your own house. That's something most people don't experience, right? Most people don't experience that. And, you know, no matter how rough it gets, my kids won't go hungry. And my grandkids won't go hungry in that transition period of me being gone, right? Because there's food in the house. That's important. From a poor woman's perspective, women with riches, you know, they leave other things behind in bank vaults. I don't have diamond rings. I don't have bars of gold bullion. You know, I don't have stocks and bonds. And I don't own property. You know, I don't have any of that, people. So, but in this case, if I was just to be poof and gone tomorrow, my kids wouldn't starve for well over a year. And then if they couldn't afford to buy groceries, they could still survive, right? So that's kind of another motivating factor why I do this. And my eyes are going on me, right? So who knows how long I'm going to be able to do this for. Right? I'd like to think I'll be able to see right till the end of my days. I'm always prepared to learn how to play the piano. Just in case I can't see. Right? I'll find my way on a piano. Right? Learn how to read Braille or something. Right. There we go. This one's a little richer because it has the pulp in it, right? But I wanted at least 4 more jars of juice because this juice, you can mix it with a commercial peach juice and it would be very good. Right? Or you can drink it straight up as is, and because it's concentrated, or you could add water to it and, you know, stretch it a little farther. Or what I like is making freezy pops with them. They're really good. Okay, so now that I've got juice in there at 30 minutes at 190, right? We're good to go. I'm going to warm up the rest of this blackberry with the pulp in it, and I'm going to bring it on a... Actually, I should measure how many cups are in there first. I'm glad I thought about it. So I'll measure how many cups is in there, then I'll put the right amount of sugar in there for the most part. And then I'm going to just bring it to a boil, and then I'm going to bring it down to a medium-high boil. I got a little longer pot. I have another one over here that's even higher, right, and kind of skinny. This one is half, you know, maybe a third shorter than what I've got down there, but I've got oil in the other pot, so I'm not going to use that one. I'll use this one. And instead of boiling it vigorously for like 10 minutes or whatever it is, I'm just going to bring it down. Matter of fact, I need to measure it first. And I'm just going to semi-boil it down for a longer period of time, and then maybe put some on a plate with a teaspoon or something, put it in the fridge and see how well it thickens up, right, before I try and can it this time, because I'm trying to make a syrup, right? The other one is better, will be better for slushies or, you know, that type of thing. The one jar that I had that didn't get canned, I just poured it in here, so that's what I'm going to do. And you know, people, you have to remember, the day Shmay died, my girls were downstairs talking. I got up at I sent Shmay downstairs around 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. I didn't realize that she wanted to stay upstairs, that she was avoiding the situation down there. I had no clue, people. And, you know, finally at 1:30 or whatever it was, I told her, I said, you know, I need to get some sleep. You need to go downstairs. So she went downstairs. But for some reason, I went on the couch and I passed out. And I got up early because of that. And I started making a video at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning or whatever it was, talking about, I think it was about the little house I was talking about. And I heard my son go to work. You know, I heard Tisha come in, I heard the girls talking, I heard Shmay singing to the baby. You know, as a mother, you know, I'm thinking everything's fine, you know, it's just a normal day, everybody's going on about their business. Shmay was going to go off and get her passport done. She was going to meet up with some people that were going to sign it and, you know, put down as reference, right? Because on Tuesday, she went and got her passport picture, but the people couldn't sign the passport because they weren't working that day. She had to go on Wednesday to do it, people. And 2 hours after I heard my daughters, more than one, talking, Shmay was dead. And everybody's dragging their feet on it in complete denial. So, you know, I'm pretty depressed. I'm going to probably be depressed for a very, very long time. No justice, no peace, right? And, I don't know. I'm trying to do these food videos to compensate for the misery. Right? This is a whole lot of misery going on right now. Okay, this is not working. Now I kind of made a jam. Can you see that? It's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted, people. That's what depression brings you. Anyway, I am thinking to open up this and put it in there and just see, it looks fine like that, but if you put it in the fridge, it ends up being like that. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm done. So what it does is it looks like that, kind of like jam's not going anywhere, from too thin to too thick, but when you put it on something hot, it melts. So it's just as well. Anyway, that's it.